A person's greatness is determined by their thoughts. This timeless truth has been proven many times. The lives of great people stand as evidence. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, all examples. Napoleon Hill, in his famous book, Think and Grow Rich, said, "What you think about, you become." But if that's true, why do so many fail? Why do people struggle to succeed despite dreaming big? Do they not think about their future enough? Or do they fail to see their own potential? Today's story will uncover the answers to these questions and teach you a powerful lesson along the way. We'll also learn new words and ideas for growth. So stay with us till the end, my friend. I promise this story will be worth your time. Once, in a busy railway station, there lived a beggar. Every day he survived by asking passengers for alms. He sat near the platform watching people come and go. One day, as he begged, he noticed a businessman. The man was well-dressed, confident, and full of energy. The beggar thought, he must be rich. Maybe he'll help. If I ask him for money, he might give more. With hope in his eyes, he approached the businessman slowly. He stretched out his hand and said softly, "Sir, please." But instead of giving him money, the businessman paused. He looked straight at the beggar and asked seriously, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was stunned. No one had ever asked that. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I survive by asking for alms. I have nothing. Nothing to give to anyone." The businessman smiled slightly, his eyes kind yet sharp. "If you believe you have nothing to give," he said, "then you have no right to ask for anything. I'm a businessman. I believe in exchange. If you can offer me something, I'll give in return. But if you have nothing to give, I cannot help." Saying this, the businessman boarded his train and left. The beggar stood there, frozen, the words echoing in his mind. "I've been begging for years, but no one said this before." He wasn't rude, he just spoke the truth. If I offer nothing in return, why should they give me anything? That night, he couldn't sleep. His mind kept replaying the businessman's words. If you want to receive, you must first give. 2 days passed. The beggar didn't ask for money. His mind was busy, thinking, reflecting, questioning himself deeply. What can I give? I'm just a beggar. I have nothing, yet maybe I can find something. While sitting near the station, he noticed wildflowers blooming nearby. Their colors bright, their scent fresh, their beauty pure. An idea struck him like a spark in darkness. What if I give flowers in return for alms? At least I'll offer something, not just take. Determined, he walked over and gently picked a few. Returning to his spot, he waited with quiet hope. A man dropped a coin into his small metal bowl. The beggar smiled and offered him a flower, saying softly, "Thank you, sir. Please take this flower in return." The man smiled, surprised, but touched by the gesture. More people came, and he did the same again. To his surprise, people began smiling, even thanking him. Soon, he noticed something truly amazing happening. When he had flowers, people gave more generously. But when he ran out, donations became smaller again. So it's true, he thought. People love to receive. When you give something even small, they feel joy. One morning, as he was giving out flowers again, he saw a familiar face through the window of a train. It was the same businessman who had spoken to him. Excited, he rushed forward and called out, "Sir! Today, I have something to give you too. If you give me money, I'll give flowers back." The businessman smiled, his eyes filled with recognition. He handed him some money and accepted a few flowers. "You've understood the real value of exchange," he said warmly. "Today, you're no longer just a beggar. You've become a businessman yourself." The train whistled, doors closed, and it slowly departed. The beggar stood silently watching it disappear down the track. "A businessman," he whispered, the words echoing in his heart. For a long time he stood thinking deeply. Am I truly a businessman now? He wondered. Then suddenly clarity dawned. A realization struck him hard. I know it now, the secret of success. I'm not just a beggar, but I'm a trader. People don't give me money out of pity. They pay for the flowers I offer. That means I have a business. His heart filled with excitement and new confidence. That very day, he made a bold decision. He left the railway station and never begged again. 6 months later, the same railway station bustled again. Two well-dressed men met and exchanged a warm handshake. One of them looked curious, tilting his head slightly. "Do I know you?" he asked, trying to recall. The other man smiled softly, his eyes glowing with recognition. "Yes," he replied. "We've met twice before right here. Once when you refused me money, and once when you bought flowers." The businessman's eyes widened in surprise and disbelief. "Wait, you're that beggar from before?" he exclaimed. The former beggar laughed warmly, his confidence shining through. "Yes, that was me," he said with pride. "But today, I'm no longer a beggar. I run a successful flower business now. In fact, I'm traveling to expand it further." The businessman was astonished, almost speechless for a moment. "That's incredible," he said. "What changed your life so completely?" The flower seller smiled with deep gratitude in his eyes. "You did," he said. "You taught me something unforgettable. You taught me that we only receive when we give. That day I realized I was never just a beggar. I was a businessman all along, I just didn't see it." Both men smiled, shaking hands again, now as equals. Then they boarded their trains, heading toward different destinations in life. Yet both carried a sense of purpose and respect that day. Life, after all, is shaped by how we see ourselves. If you believe you're small, you'll remain small forever. But if you recognize your inner potential, you'll grow limitless. Don't underestimate yourself. Greatness begins in your own mind. See yourself as strong, capable, and deserving of success. Because when your thoughts change, your entire future changes too. So believe in your worth, act with purpose, and keep giving. The universe always rewards those who dare to give first. If you like this story, give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Tell us what inspired you the most. And share it forward to inspire others on their journey. See you in the next story.